Good morning, everyone. What is... I always forget to mute that, but anyways, good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? This is episode 62 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I am your host, the Silverback Senpai. My co-host, Waluigi, across from me.
Good morning, everybody. Wow, this feels like such a dreadful morning.
I'm tired.
So am I. But anyways, we got our guest, not coming to Barboza, and then we got our homeboy, AJ.
No, it's always you, me, AJ, then our guest.
Oh, God, I need to drink more coffee right
And
now.
And AJ, holding down on the mic with the controls. And now to our guest, Kameth Barboza.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys having me here.
No problem. How are you doing this morning?
I'm just as tired as you guys. I honestly could not sleep at all. Was too excited.
We're happy to hear that.
It's good to hear. Anyway, guys, this episode of the podcast is going to be available on all audio hosting platforms such as iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, Anchor, and so much more. And then, of course, video playback will be available on YouTube and Facebook later on throughout the week. So let's get on with our guest, Kameth. What we do here on the South Florida Gamers Podcast is we ask our guests, especially our first-time guests, their gaming background story, their gaming background history. We just want to know the entire origin story, like what got you into gaming. So the floor is yours.
Right. So I recall, at least when it got me into gaming, I recall back when I was like a toddler, more or less, my father, he had bought me, he did two things. He had, one, bought the very first Xbox for me.
Oh, wow.
Well, he mostly paid for himself, but he got it for me. And I remember specifically playing the video game version of like the 2002 King Kong game. I don't know if anybody remembers that at all, but
I remember that.
Yeah. So okay, AJ gets it. So yeah, I just remember like just casually playing it, going through all the levels, and specifically, obviously, just playing as the King Kong levels, and just being super afraid of like if I was ever like in the I forgot what the guy's name was, but like it was in the human levels, just with the gun and whatnot. I was always scared for my life, trying to fight any dinosaur or like one of the giant wombats that were like coming towards me. But I was King Kong. I was like, okay, I'm gonna fuck shit up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be fine. I'm King Kong. Who's gonna kill me? Another thing that also really got me into gaming is when my dad also bought me the really super old Spider-Man plug-and-play handle like game, like you put on your super old TV. I can't remember specifically, but it was a plug-and-play. Like you put in the audio, I assume it was the HDMI at that time, and I was just like going ham, just playing Spider-Man. I don't recall entirely the levels, but I remember one time I was like, Dad, having trouble with this level, can you help me out? And he just like went through and then he fell asleep, and I was like, well, I guess we'll keep on playing. Yeah, that's really much what got me into gaming back as a toddler, and I was like, damn, I want to play all these games. Saw Wii come out, 360, Wii U, all the super like main consoles.
Okay, so for you got into gaming around the Xbox 360 area, right?
Yeah, around the Wii, when the Wii came out.
Oh, the Wii came out, so I mean, yeah, that's around
2007.
Yeah, the 360 was already out by then.
Yeah, but yeah, I know. Yeah, the 360 was out around 2007. I'm just trying to remember like the time frame and the era, because shortly after, I would say maybe a year later, that's when the Wii actually dropped and came out.
Oh, 2006. Yes.
2006. Okay. Yeah, so around that.
2006 for the Wii or the Xbox?
The Wii.
Oh, okay. So
around that time frame. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the first games I played on the Wii was Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh,
and I was in love.
I love that game.
Wow.
I was in love, dude. I was like,
wow.
Never got to play that game. I don't know. The Wii, it was a very unique console at the time. This is around the time when like Nintendo was trying new things, like new ways to game, and it was the Wii was a more active game because you had the Wii Chucks. And you had the Wii Chuck and the remote and whatnot, and then of course you had your sensor bar, and you would just like play games on the go and not like so. I know a popular game like Wii Fit was very popular with a lot of people, and Wii Sports.
The first game you'd come with the Wii.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that played Sanjo de Janeiro or Sambo, that one Maraca game just to annoy the hell out of my family.
Oh yeah, okay. That yeah, I remember I had a friend. I was at a friend's house and he played that, and I was like, "Damn, this is super annoying."
And then it just had the maracas to like the actual maracas.
yeah, there was like actual beats in the maracas, and I was like,
God,
"This
my
is gonna
family
be
must have
very
hated me for
annoying."
at least a few days.
You know what I mean? Like imagine like waking up early in the morning trying to play your game, not trying to wake up your parents, but you're playing the maraca game, and then they're gonna wake up. They're like, "Who's playing maracas so early in the morning?" You know what I mean? I could very much see like so like just I don't know, so loud, such a loud like thing to play.
Yeah, the Wii was a unique console. I never got to fully dive into that because I was more so with just Xbox and PS3.
Right.
PS3 for the most part, but I was just mostly around those two consoles.
Yeah.
Right. And if you think about it, it could be like the foundations of like VR when you think about it. Like
That's true.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
I
So
didn't think about it like that.
with the Wii, when you started off with it and whatnot, were there other genres of games that you played on the Wii that you could remember or recall? Or
So most of the like Wii games I played were like all the like normal Nintendo games, like platformers and whatnot. All the motion action games. Sometimes even games that like had like the movies, because like like Kung Fu Panda had a game.
Oh,
Avatar:
yeah.
Last Airbender had a Wii game. I had so many other Wii games I can't remember. I just remember selling them. But yeah, all of them were just like all had motion controls. All of them were either from a movie that just came out, and the rest were just other like platformers like Mario, like Mario Galaxy 2 was there. There was also Mario Strikers. I remember playing that one. Not even just that. I also remember having a DS as well. Like I was really like into Nintendo when first starting off as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It eventually would lead up to like me getting a 360, playing Modern Warfare 2. Some super old Dragon Ball games like
Okay.
Raging Blast 2,
that
Ultimate
classics.
Tenkaichi. That was like one of the best times, at least, when like Ultimate Tenkaichi was bad. I will admit that.
Yes, it was.
It was. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. It's like all you needed to do was just make
First, it just-
that too, but all they had to do was just make a HD version of Tenkaichi 3 and just port it over. And maybe add some, new features or whatnot, some new mechanics,
Right.
but give the players the same feel. Because if you play Tenkaichi 1, 2, and 3, they all feel similarly unique.
Yeah.
And then when you play Ultimate Tenkaichi, you're just like, what the hell did y'all do?
right.
Y'all not sticking to the formula. I appreciate the fact that, hey, y'all are trying something new, but this ain't it. Like, stick to the formula that was working
I agree.
from 1 through 3.
Right.
Which was, what people were familiar with. And I would also say, because you also said, you played Raging Blast 1 and 2, I would say Raging Blast did a little bit better job of trying to pay homage to the people that played Tenkaichi 1 through 3
Yeah.
than Ultimate Tenkaichi, in my opinion. I'm just like, why? Like, you had one opportunity to get it right and y'all dropped the ball
Yeah,
so
I saw,
hard.
like, one YouTube video of like a custom created character, and I was like, this might be the shit. This might be it.
Yeah.
And then I played it, and I was like, now I see why a lot of people said it was bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. But I mean, I still had fun of it nonetheless. The grinding aspect of like doing all the masters and stuff. Yeah, the basics are like super easy. Midway, you're like, it's a little bit of challenge, but you can still do it. It's a pattern. And then like towards the end, I don't know. I couldn't really like notice the pattern too well towards the ending matches, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or Super Vegito and Broly 2, and I was like, wow, this is like very much time consuming, and I'm doing nothing in my life right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's really like, at least that's most I can remember until like Xbox One and now the Series X, PS4, PS5, all that stuff. That's more or less like what I can remember most of my childhood for gaming. Coming back home from like either school, and after you do your homework, whatever, I was like, all right, I have a lot of time with me until I go to bed, so I might as well start gaming. Just desensitized from like whatever other responsibility I had to do other than just going to school.
Mm-hmm.
But it very much just take my mind off things.
Right.
That's like the aspect I think gaming has. It takes like it takes your mind off. Like, yeah, they're still there, all the responsibilities you have, all the things that are like looming around you in your life. But it helps you just like release those nerves whenever you're like, even sometimes when I'm losing in a certain game, if I'm genuinely having fun, I'm having fun. That's the important part. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Very much.
So, what games do you? I would say, all right. Thinking back to your gaming origin story and whatnot, what games actually stood out to you as like one of your favorites of all time?
So, definitely if I were to give a top 5 or top 3, definitely number 1 favorite game is Devil May Cry, 100%.
Ooh, which one?
So my favorite is 3. I love 3. If you guys obviously noticed my cosplay, I did 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also cosplayed 1 as well because I like 1 as well. But 3 to me, 3, 5, 4, 1, and 2 is how it should be ranked.
I love how 2 is at the very bottom of the
agree with
list.
it. The outfit was meh, and I can understand
The
that.
outfit was so sick. I love the outfit. The outfit looks so
It
cool.
was, but the whole game.
No, yeah, because I was like thinking to myself, I was like, okay, I'm having fun. However, if you didn't slap the brand of DMC, I would definitely not enjoy it. But if it was just a normal game of its own, of like, okay, this is a different character, different thing, doesn't have to be Devil May Cry related. It's just its own separate genre, and it worked off like that. Well, not genre, but it's like still hack and slash. But if its own separate brand and it worked off of that and just improved out of that sense of like, oh, you're running up walls and like shooting all the time, that would have been cool. Maybe it could even been like the advanced Resident Evil if you thought about it too. But other than that, like you just slapped on Dante, Ebony and Ivory Rebellion, and I was like, okay, this is not it. You know what I mean? This is definitely not it. But that definitely would be my number 1, Devil May Cry. That's the founding father of hack and slashes. When you think about God of War, Bayonetta, I love Bayonetta too. You can just see the exact same formula of, you have a sword or you have a weapon, melee weapon of any kinds. You're constantly upgrading. You have a small health bar. Eventually down the line, you come across like another bar that gives you like, immense power, like Double Trigger or like Rage of the Titans or Rage of the Spartans for Kratos. And progressively, you'll find more weapons to do, insane combo skills like always. You're juggling people up in the air. Ranking system for when you're through the missions, all that stuff. That's the founding foundations like Devil May Cry has for every other hack and slash. To me, it's like I kind of seem disrespectful when I see other people say like, oh yeah, all these hack and slashes are better. And it's a little bit biased for me saying that, but it's just like you wouldn't have that game if Devil May Cry didn't come out. You know what I mean?
I understand.
It's kind of true. Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
That's definitely my top 1 game. And then my second favorite game is a platformer, Jet Set Radio Future.
Ooh.
That one I played.
That's the first time we've heard about it, actually.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite platformers ever. That was on the first Xbox I played. It came with the bundle of like GT something 2002. It was like a racing game. But I remember playing that. I was like entranced, like the techno funk going on, and like I was already like basically like getting like into skating because like if you can't tell, I dress kind of like a skater.
Yeah.
So like I was already getting into skating, but I saw like rollerblading. And I was like, damn, I didn't think about that. But just the techno funk aspect and like the way, like at least the intro of Jet Set Radio Future. Like I know it was like the first one, Jet Set Radio, but I had Future. So and then, the insane air tricks they're doing, the grinding on rails without like any like normal science physics for it to happen. Well, like kind of a downhill, but like you're just running up. Like say like a rail was coming up this way, they just somehow grind it up, and I'm like, what was the physics to it? But other than that, it was just super fun. Well, the techno music going on, I was like, oh, this is so sick. This is one of my favorite games for sure. Definitely one of my favorite, at least my second favorite game. And definitely my third favorite game would probably have to be Destiny 2, or the Destiny franchise. AJ can back me up on that, and kind of not.
I'm looking at you, AJ.
I'm not. Nah.
I'm calling you out.
Because, yeah,
shit about that.
just like AJ, and I have a love-hate relationship with Destiny, I love that I get to look cool and get super cool guns. Do I hate having to spend 2 hours just to get the gun? Yeah. I definitely do hate it.
You excited for the new installment?
I am very excited for Lightfall, because that's the only time I only really just buy the DLC for the campaign, and then the seasons come out, and I'm like, I really don't care about the seasons. I'm not gonna,
As long as you can get a good story out of it.
The seasons do add to the story, because now they started doing more like seasonal stories and all that bullshit.
Like Fortnite,
Yeah, but they're actually pretty fun. Like they add dialogue, but then once it's over, that's it. Like you just wait for the next season, and then wait for the next DLC.
Right. Yeah.
I already said in the last episode I'm very excited for fucking Lightfall.
I'm very excited to finally actually meet Callus in person and not having to fight his robot. So,
Right?
Yeah, that was super cool to me. But yeah, that's at least one of my top 3 favorite games.
So you've been playing Destiny from the very beginning.
Very big. Well,
When?
You were so.
I was gonna say I actually got into it on Taken King.
Oh,
My friend told me
okay.
about it.
Fucking best DLC.
Best
they've
DLC,
ever
peak
fucking had.
DLC, if you must say.
Yeah.
Okay.
They-
That I definitely got into that at that point because I heard about Destiny. I was like, okay, this looks like a Halo Rock knockoff. I'm not gonna care about it. But my friend was telling me about it like when we were in middle school. He's talking about like, oh yeah, Taken King. There's the last word. There's the first curse, Gallowhorn, sleepers. And I was like, okay, I might give it a chance. And I was like, I'll give it a chance. And I played the demo. And I was like, okay, I definitely want to play this game now, 100%. All the grinding aspect. This is like what MMOs should be. At least at the time, I
Yeah.
was like, this is what MMOs should be. And then it didn't become that. And I was like, okay. I spent almost $200 when like Curse of Osiris came out or Warmind came out,
God.
and I was like, so am I gonna get my money back? And Bungie's like, nope, you're not.
Yeah.
That was pain.
I was very much painful. I know my dad is very much pissed. I asked him to buy me the game for for me.
I tell you, man,
I digress.
Destiny is that is a commitment game right there. Where once you're in it for a very, very long time, and you have
Not
to,
that loyal.
and it's one of those games where you have to literally force yourself to stop playing the game. Otherwise, you will be completely consumed. You end up hating yourself for it
It's
in the
an
process
addiction. It's a real life addiction.
Yeah.
until you get something really, really, really good, and you're like, okay, I'm enjoying this right now. I'm getting really. The RNGesus is blessing me right now. So, okay, I'm liking it. I'll play a couple of more hours, and then it goes right back into, I hate this fucking game. Why am I still playing this fucking
Yeah.
game?
I'm 2
100%.
years clean, baby.
I was clean for a bit, and then I was like, oh yeah, Beyond Light came out. I was like, okay, I'll play the campaign. And I heard about the because I never knew about. I literally, for some reason, I never knew about World's First of raids until Beyond Light. And my friends were having most saying like, yo, if we like consistently keep up this grind we're doing, we're gonna get up our characters and stuff, we'll be fine. I was like, all right. I had work that day and I just completely forgot about it. I was like, oh shit, I was supposed to do World's First with my homies.
World's First is not worth it, dude.
It's definitely not worth it.
It's so fucking stressful. You're there for 8 hours,
God.
8+ hours, trying to figure out the mechanics of a raid. Yes, it's fun at first, but after you have to wipe more than 30 fucking times in the same encounter, it becomes very fucking stressful. I tried my clan and I on Friday. I don't know if you knew this, but King's
Fall, yeah, they came out again.
and we were trying to go for World's First, and dude, like we knew the raid already.
Yeah,
It's just
like
they hoed the fuck out of that raid for no reason, and they even turned off like XP because they knew we were gonna be there for a long fucking time.
Right, yeah,
So they
yeah.
turned off all the XP, so we didn't get fucking jack shit. We were stuck in totems
Aw,
for
nah,
6
dude.
hours.
I would
And
kill
I was like, yeah,
myself.
fuck that
What?
shit.
I would have killed myself.
We waited until this was Friday. We waited until yesterday, and we flew through that raid like nothing. We literally said, all right, bro, since all these fucking enemies wanna be stupid today, we're gonna be stupid the next day. So we were fucking bullying that raid.
Yeah.
So we ended up completing the raid twice yesterday, and I finally got Touch of Malice on the second.
Yeah, dude, that's one thing I want to get Touch of Malice because I never
Yeah.
got it. It was like literally because I got so late to Destiny 1, I never really grind to like all like the like main exotics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I just want to play as much as I can play, and then like Destiny 2 was already coming around. Like as I was finishing up Rise of Iron, I was like, fine with me. I'll just play Destiny 2.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it's just I definitely wanted like all the main weapons, like what's it called? Universal Remote was one of the like weapons I
Oh
never
my god,
got.
I missed that one. I don't
Touch
know
of
why-
Malice.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Should
and
bring
the
it
thing
back.
is, Universal Remote can work now, but like, do I want to see that
No,
in PvP every day? No.
But they already have weapons that are basically another universal remote by now, so
Yeah.
there's no point of bringing it.
So there's no point. There's no point.
Man, I wish Destiny 2 unblocked AJ.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you that they blocked me on Instagram.
He was too based.
It was too big.
I kept giving them my opinion, my very
Sincere
strongly worded
opinions,
opinions.
like, you know, and they just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like you can make the game so much better. Why the fuck are you not doing it? But
I was mad, is what I would have said.
yeah, no, yeah, they were mad. But after seeing Lightfall, like the whole showcase, I was like, okay, they're taking steps in the right direction. Let's hope they actually works when it gets here.
Right.
In terms of like, because they did mention like content drought, throughout the seasons. We're still in that because this new season is kind of ass. Like, I'm barely playing it. I'm literally just in it for King's Fall. But they did show a lot of promising features that's coming to in Lightfall. So, and on top of that, a new fucking subclass.
Yeah,
which
new
I was
subclass.
Not expecting. So, I'm excited, and it looks like they're taking steps in the right direction. So, let's hope.
I hope.
That they
I really
actually
do
go
hope.
through with it because
like,
it's crucial.
Because it's supposed to be the final one, so I definitely will just grind the rest of it and just be like, you know what? Like, if I ever go on LFG and any new light is like, hey, I need help on King's Fall, no idea how it goes, whatever. I'll be like one of those word vets like King's Fall. I haven't heard that name in years. You know what I mean?
Silverback, you know what I'm hearing? These nerds talking about Destiny too.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we kind of.
No, you're fine. I'm just.
No, it's fine.
No one's worried about this. Go back to Jet Set Radio again. Beats is the coolest character ever, guys. I'm telling you.
You excited about Bomb Rush?
So I was gonna say that Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I saw about that. Team Reptiles working on that.
I saw that too.
I was mind blown. I was like,
I'm
no
like,
way.
That's gonna make me open up my Switch. That's gonna make me undust it completely.
Dude, if like any time that drops and I have to like work that day, I'm just gonna call out for work. I'm like, yo guys, I have something really
If you
important
have a
to
Switch,
do.
just bring it on the go.
True that, I have a Switch too, but like I want to stream it like the day it comes out. I want to like
true.
blind react. I want to just be like so immersed with everybody else watching me. You know what I mean? So I'm just so like just waiting for it. I'm waiting for each day and every day because it's supposedly they say this year. No, it's gonna come out or next year.
This year, initial date release is 22.
Okay, that's
all they provided.
So it's almost soon. That's all I gotta say. It's almost soon.
I do want to say comment back off of Destiny 2, especially when it comes to World First. When Destiny 2, the vanilla game without the DLC, I tried to go for the World First with the team that I was with, and AJ's right. You're there for like almost 8 hours because you're just trying to figure out how to get through the dungeons and whatnot, and figuring out the puzzles, and you're just wiping over and over and over and over again to the point you're just like, you know what, fuck it. Like for me, the only raid I've only ever completed was back in Destiny 1 against
Crota?
No.
Atheon?
Yeah, that one.
I did
that was the only raid I've ever completed. Since then,
Me
I've
too.
never completed no other raids because one, finding the people to do it, and then two, finding the time to actually do it and commit to it.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why for me, it's like never completed these raids because I just don't have the time and I don't have the people to do it with, and I just be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just not going to grind and get that max level because that's the thing with Destiny is that you're just grinding to get the maximum level as possible, and
Just
doing the
frustrating,
raid
buddy.
is a big help. But there are times where it's just like, okay, I don't feel like grinding for max level. I think I'm fine where I'm at. Fuck this.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%, dude.
But that's how to keep you hooked in.
That's like
Raise the light level, make you grind for it.
the small amount of dopamine you get when you just get like sometimes new gear.
Yeah.
But like this is the thing, there's 6 of you. They gotta distribute the gear somehow. One of you's gonna get the what's it called?
The exotic.
What was the exotic called? I forgot. Vex Mythic class.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I got that on Destiny 2. I didn't get it on Destiny 1.
Yeah, I didn't get it in Destiny 1.
I remember my clan, I was the first person to get it, and everybody else was pissed. They were like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? How did he get it first? You know what I mean? That definitely was a funny moment for me. And I'm like, well, guys, I'm not going to play this game anymore. I have Vex Mythic class. None of you can touch me now.
Yeah.
It's still a busted weapon. I love
Still
using.
super
I
good.
love
Love it.
using it.
One of my favorite weapons.
Gonna make me sign on Destiny 2. See what I.
Go on DMI or DIM. You go on DIM, check out the.
Since we are talking about Destiny 2, I would like to ask you, what would you like to see changed in the game?
So 100%.
Or at least 3 things that you want to see changed in the game.
So, I don't know. Definitely the PvP, because the PvP now has like, especially with like all the armor mods and weapon mods and just certain like the weapons meta is never gonna change. You know, hand cannon, shotgun, and sniper rifle. That's never gonna change. Maybe even sometimes submachine gun. That's my go-to, but you know, the excessive amount of like having to build with like all your armor sets and you know what gives you resistance to what. I'm like, dude, especially because I used to be a PvP god, at least amongst my clan, I would carry them to trials. I remember this one time, first start of the round, both my friends died because they pushed up. Told them like, guys, don't push up. I think I had mountaintop at the time before I got nerfed, and I was like, well, gotta carry the crew somehow. And I just pulled out of my ass and I was like, guys, I'm above y'all. None of you could, you know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely want to see like the PvP just be more simplified. You know, just if I can just come in, don't have to have like any excessive gun, maybe an exotic or two, whatever. And just keep it plain and simple. I just have to point and shoot. I have to like, because I like advanced movement system, but there's times where I'm just like, people were like doing some crazy new shit with like the new Arc 3.0, Void, Solar 3.0, and I'm like, damn, I cannot keep up for sure. I really wish, like, I guess, because one thing I do like that they put for campaigns was legendary mode. Oof. Which, like, yeah, that to me saved it. Like, you know, constantly giving you more rewards, especially for, you know, doing a higher difficulty. That actually shows progression, and I like that. So I want them to definitely keep that in mind for, like, even just other things, like even seasonal activities. Doesn't have to be legendary mode, but like every once in a while, just make it look like, even if it's something small like materials or a really shitty gun, keep that dopamine factor for me so I don't get bored easily.
Right.
And honestly, I just hope the story is at least Lightfall, because so what it says, it's the last DLC from what I heard. And if we're only gonna fight Callus, I'd be very disappointed if we didn't fight the Witness.
No, there's gonna be Lightfall, and there's gonna be the final shape. That's gonna be when we're supposed to fight the Witness.
Oh, okay. So
after that, there's gonna be more. But
no,
yeah, they're gonna continue.
I can't.
Like we're supposed to be concluding the solution to the light versus darkness saga. This is the light versus dark saga. Destiny 1 all the way to fucking the final shape. They're gonna keep this. They're gonna milk this game as dry as it fucking can.
This is Fortnite. So this is just Fortnite with advanced. Yeah, especially because they have a Fortnite collab too.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, AJ, I finally cross saved, so now I can play Destiny with you guys with what I have.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You'll see my Piccolo Warlock. I hate myself for doing this now.
No, don't even worry about it, dude.
No.
I hate myself for committing too much. That's for sure.
I just know he's gonna yell at me when I grind with him.
I've committed so much to this game. It's ridiculous, dude.
Too much. Yeah.
I'm not sometimes. Like. I don't regret it because I definitely had a really, really fun time playing the game.
Bro, I can't forget when I went over your house Christmas Eve and I watched you play Destiny.
Dude, I've dedicated so much time to this game. Like, it is my favorite game.
Yeah.
But I fucking, I still hate it. I still hate Bungie for the dumb shit they do. Like, I don't know if you watched the showcase, but it was a slap to me and a lot of other people's face when they said, oh yeah, all those DLCs from Shadowkeep all the way to Witch Queen and the 30th anniversary pack, yeah, that's all free for everyone now.
Free for now.
I was like, are you fucking me? Yes, you are. Like, without fucking consent.
At least give me some silver so I can drip my character out even more.
No, but they're like
it's not hard. Just look for people who have been to the game. Like, they're Bungie, like, we have our Bungie accounts connected since, at least for me, since middle school for playing D1. Like, I'm pretty sure you can just figure out who it is. You can filter through, who it is. So you just specifically give those people, whatever amount they, basically, not even have to be a refund. Just give me, as much silver as you can.
Yeah.
I drip my character out and I'm fine.
My clan and I...
Make them pay the money they need to pay.
Yeah. When we were going through King's Fall the other day, we all basically said, yeah, Bungie should fucking pay us at this point. Because we're spending so much time on this fucking raid. We're just spending so much time in general playing this fucking game.
100%.
Like, they should just pay us back with something. Like, I know they're not gonna pay us the fucking money, so they might as well give us something in return to accommodate for all the time that we put into this game. yet they're still, you know,
Right.
fucking us. So
It sucks. It really does suck. But yeah, as I said, that's a love-hate relationship with Destiny.
it is.
Sadly.
So with PvP being fixed, and that's the one issue. And the other two issues were, I'm just trying to remember.
like keep like the rewarding system like at least I guess better for like where there could be campaign, seasonal events, like PvP, the PvE stuff too. Like, you know, just make sure you give make sure I don't have to like grind for 2 hours. Maybe like half an hour is fine, especially because like if people like aren't good at the game and are like taking like more than 3 hours just to get like a god roll, like normal legendary that anybody can get. But yeah, they spend like 4 hours just trying to get the one time, and they have to redo it again just to get it again and again and again just to get a better roll.
Oh no, and now you can craft weapons. So like,
Yeah, you can craft
all your god rolls are. I mean, which is better.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you can craft god rolls now.
Like you can specifically choose what rolls you want in your gun,
yeah.
which is
Oh
cool.
my God.
But you still have to do the grinding part of it. You know?
Yeah. So it's
I
like,
need
hey,
more coffee to register that one.
yeah, it's like, hey, you grinded hard for this fucking, I don't know, I forget the names, but
One of the glaives,
you,
yeah.
You grinded hard for this glaive. Oh, well, now you can craft it. So
But you still have to grind to get
you
the
still
other
have to
like,
grind it.
mods
So
for
go
it.
for it. Go for it.
I'm
I
like,
was
dude, why?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like sometimes I don't mind it because sure I'll use those weapons for like raids and dungeons, but sometimes those weapons aren't very viable for raids and dungeons.
No, yeah.
Sometimes you have to use weapons that you've never used. I had to use fucking weapons this whole weekend that I never used. I'm like, dude, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, it worked. So, which is satisfying, but still, you know,
The
I
meta's
like
still sadly the meta.
I like to use my weapons. you
Right,
know?
yeah. It just feels right when you're using it, especially with like how it resonates with your build, especially your armor builds and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely the third thing would definitely have to be. I would definitely just one little thing. It's probably not gonna come to existence, but I would definitely want to see like a campaign, a mission of the campaign where like it's kind of like a raid. Like it doesn't have to be like super like crazy mechanics just so we can do damage. I just want to make a super hard boss, and 6 of us have to fight it all at once. You know what I mean?
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be
That
super
was
cool.
fun, actually.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be like that to me. Would like all my like dopamine effects would just like resonate all at once. You know what I mean? But,
Okay,
there's
that's
a-
good. That's good. All right, so let's get on with our next topic, and that is, what are your current thoughts on the current gaming era?
So current era gaming, at least I want to go like early 2010s. Well, not early 2010s, like mid 2010s to
Okay.
like 2020 now. I saw like the very reoccurring like genres of battle royales. That actually got me really annoyed. I'm not gonna lie.
It is pretty annoying.
It got me really annoyed. Like, yeah, if there's fun ones like Apex, maybe sometimes Warzone. And then obviously we have Fortnite. Now Fortnite having like collabs with everything: Dragon Ball, Destiny, Star Wars. And yeah, it's cool and all, but it's just like at least around that time frame, like 2016 to now, where almost everything needed to come with a battle royale.
Yeah, that was a very strange time.
Yeah, Call of
Yeah,
Duty had
PUBG. I completely
Blackout.
forgot about PUBG.
I was
too.
ready to save it, actually. They just
Yeah.
had their first anime collab.
What?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, I mean that's
Wait,
cool.
Which one?
PUBG.
PUBG.
PUBG had a collab with Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes,
Apparently.
look it up if I'm not
I mean,
mistaken.
now everything's having a
Fucking why?
collab with anime now. Like Dead by Daylight had an AOT collab, didn't they?
Why?
I don't know.
God, they're trying so hard to be fucking
Oh,
relevant
it's the mobile
with the
version. I'm
most
sorry.
mid
The mobile
fucking
version.
animes out there.
It's
like-
when we think about it, it's because of COVID. Because of COVID, now everybody wanted to get an anime, which is cool and all. But like, it's
Yeah.
the same people that were like, "Oh yeah, you watch anime,
The
it's
same,
so
yeah,
boring."
the same
and I'm
motherfuckers
like,
who were bullying all the fucking. I mean, shit.
You were telling me.
I was one of them. I bullied anime kids.
I was bullied.
I still don't watch a lot of fucking anime. The only ones I watch is Dragon Ball, One Punch Man, and they're not even fucking airing right now.
Right.
I've watched some of the new ones, and like they're fucking mid as hell, bro. I'm not gonna continue watching Attack on Titan because that shit looks fucking annoying.
Well, hold on. I mean,
Jujutsu Kaisen, so fucking mid.
see that I can agree with. I saw the first 2 episodes and I was like, "This is mid."
What's the other one?
manga's
The,
so much better.
the fucking what's that other one, bro? It's fucking mid as hell too. I mentioned Jujutsu Kaisen. Attack on-
AOT.
Oh, Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Bro,
Okay, yeah. I watched
look,
Demon Slayer.
I like
too.
Demon Slayer. I do, and I like.
I see the aspect, but it's just like
Yeah, you
nothing
cosplay
to having to go
Tengen
crazy
either.
about, bro.
It's so it's so fucking made. It's like this is another.
It's like you're watching what 46 episodes of like, I can't move, I can't move, I can't
Yeah,
move,
what the
I can't
fuck
move.
is that,
I'm like,
bro?
shut
Oh my
up,
fucking
please.
God, bro. That shit pisses me the
Please
fuck
shut
off.
the fuck up. Like, you know,
Hold on. We got Herbs, my clan leader. He's like, Attack on Titan is straight up Scooby-Doo shit.
It is. It fucking is, bro. And you know,
I can agree with that.
And you know what? I've only watched season 1. I've only watched season 1,
bro.
and I'm still gonna stay true to my opinion because just seeing the clips that I've seen and just the fucking anime fans, fuck
Yeah,
that.
the anime fans is what fucks me over
They're-
too sometimes. Like
fuck
My
that.
Hero, Demon Slayer, AOT, they fucked me up like a lot. Because
This-
mind you, I watched
fandoms.
I watched AOT like back in 2014 when it came out. I was so hyped. I was like, I can't wait for season 2. Man, how long did it come out until like season 2 came out?
5
years, and I was like, wow, this is and
but like
you know,
too little, too late, bro. My hype's
late.
gone.
And but like at the same time, season 3 just came out of nowhere. I was like, that's fine with me. Season 4 came out, everybody was like on it, and I was like, damn. And then I had like new kids coming to me like, oh, do you know about AOT? You probably don't even know about AOT. I'm like, kid,
Like, bro.
you knew about AOT before you were born, 100%. You know what I mean? But yeah, sometimes anime fans just like ruin it, and then like now because there's so many people anime fans, it's like now every game has to have a collab now. You know?
Yeah, and to me, I look at it as more so like of a cash grab, just to appeal to that audience.
Yeah.
Because you see it all the time where they're trying to have like live adaptations of animes or whatnot, and then of course bring them into games. Now, when it comes to animes and gaming and whatnot, some work and some fail.
Right.
Like a good game I would still recommend to people is Dragon Ball Fighters,
Oh yeah,
100%.
because that's a
Watching
game done right.
dude, watching it was so much fun and commentating it. Even though I don't know much, I have like fighting game knowledge to at least break down.
And with that, you also have some anime games that just don't actually hit at all. Like I know there was a One Piece game that was like an open world one, and it wasn't it.
Yeah, I heard about it,
wasn't
and like I heard about the hype about it, and I never saw any video about it ever since. Like,
Yeah.
like I knew the release date came out, I just never saw any video about it. I was like, wow.
Didn't they make an open world Dragon Ball game recently?
Yeah,
Kakarot.
Kakarot.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Kakarot. Now that one was actually pretty decent, but it was
I've watched
just
gameplay. That's good.
repetitive at best.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's like, well, they're not adding any more DLC, so I'm guessing they're going to have another Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and then, of course, add more to it. And I'm just like, you have a good, solid base game. Just continue it on with even more DLC. Of course, Boo Saga, DT Saga, the movies that also came out,
Yeah.
during the time of Dragon Ball Z, before you even get to Dragon Ball Super.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And then if you want to and then you finish all of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot with everything that's in the Z universe, and then your next game, Dragon Ball Super, and you just continue on with that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would work, so that way people don't feel like I have to keep buying another version of the game to further advance. Like, people don't like that. I sure as hell don't like that.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm not a fan of it
remember that happened around the PS2 era with Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto, the Ultimate Ninja. Before
Ultimate
they went to Storm, it was Ultimate Ninja, Ultimate
my
Ninja
God.
1, 2, and 3. I felt like
All that traveling.
Maybe
Yeah.
they're
So-
maybe they're trying to stick to those traditional roots of like instead of
And then
relying on
then the side
DLC,
missions.
they rely on, okay, well, let's just make the second part of this game,
yeah.
which I
And
get
then-
it, but nowadays it's kind of like, we're
Right.
not really in that time anymore.
And now PS3 era, you also had Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 1, 2. You also had the filler ones
Oh, yeah,
in
that was-
between. Yeah.
What
And
was it,
then
Revelations and stuff like that? That was a filler. That was like,
then Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, and then of course, finally on PS4, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, where it's pretty much the entire the fourth Great Ninja War arc, everything, and then of course you had a little bit of Boruto, and I feel like they should have just continued on with that game.
Isn't it like
to add more.
Naruto, Boruto, like Road to Ninja or something like that?
yeah,
Yeah,
Road to Boruto. It's the DLC for Ninja Storm 4, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like with a game like that, since you already have the base, you already have a huge character roster, I would just continue to build on it with more content for it, so that way it keeps the game alive, because you're gonna have more people come and play. And I feel like with that game alone, it's like it's perfect for an anime game, it's perfect for the way it is. I remember there was also a One Piece fighting game as well on Burning Blood. That works, but I think they could do 2D instead of 3D.
Yeah.
But it's just, you're trying to balancing out how are you going to do the unique powers and abilities that each character have, especially in a world like One Piece. So
Everything's like
I feel like with games and anime, they can work to some degree, but it just has to be done right to where it feels natural, because you don't want it to feel like this was just a half-assed effort and it doesn't give people that immersion feel as if, okay, I'm a part of the anime.
like Jump Force.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh god, I think we talked about it a couple times.
Jump Force was fun.
Dude, I remember a Naruto game, Uzumaki Chronicles.
Ah.
I completely forgot
sounds
about
familiar.
that existing. Basically, you play as Naruto pre-Shippuden, traveling to find Sasuke. You're recreating the scene of rescuing Sasuke, so you have your teammates included. It's more of like a 3D like beat 'em up.
Okay. That's sick. Yeah.
I just had that flashback all of a sudden. Holy shoot!
Yeah. At least with Naruto games, I played like all of the Ultimate Ninja Storms, like 1 through 4, and then like Barboza came out. I was like, and touching upon that, like saying like how the happened in the base game, and then like you could have just added on to Barboza. I feel like they could have probably added on to like, because I know there was like a little bit of Naruto the Last, where he was like 22 or something like that, and he had a couple more adventures before he got married with Hinata. I feel like they could have probably done that, like simple, like kind of recreating like the 1 through 3 of like roaming around, kind of free world type of things. Maybe it's like a couple side quests here and there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they did it for Boruto, but like that's something you had to pay for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just having it in the base game. But yeah, I feel like they could have just definitely at least gone with that perspective. Like, oh yeah, you just beat Kaguya. Everything's okay with you and Sasuke. Here's a little bit of the story left of like Naruto the Last, and then marry Hinata.
Yeah.
And that would have been fine with me. I would have been like, all right, this is perfect. This is like the best ninja story at this point.
Yeah. Like, I want to feel like you want to, not I want to feel like, but you want to make players feel like they got their money's worth. And then, of course, you're still providing even more content to keep the game alive, especially since you have an online portion of it. So you might as well keep it alive so that way more people can come into your game, purchase it, buy it, play it online, and just have fun with it.
Of course.
So I feel like with anime games and with anime games in general, as I said before, some do it right and some do it wrong, but it's just you want to give those anime fans the immersive feel of being in that world. Now, with the whole collaborations, especially with Fortnite, I think for me it's more so just silly fun because you get to see your favorite anime characters in a different environment that you are so not used to and for me, I feel like Fortnite is doing it right.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, they're doing it right, while others they're just trying to cash in on it. And I think that's where people are just like, okay, we see what y'all trying to do. You're trying to go after the anime fans because anime is the one thing that is literally selling like hotcakes in the United States.
Yeah.
To the point where it's beating out Marvel and DC Comics. So yeah, I see why people are going after anime, especially popular ones, because hey, that's where the money's at.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure you do it right, and of course you don't piss off the anime fans, because you piss that crowd off, believe me, they're
already done.
Yeah, they're not giving you your money. They're not supporting your crap.
100%. Yeah. You get your IP address like leaked out and everything, and it's just like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I gotta move homes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That kind of day and age. But there's like not many fighting games that are actually like significant. I'm glad Fortnite's actually putting some homage. They have emotes. They also have like temporary like weeks, like Dragon Ball, for example, where you can use Kamehameha or Rasengan. I'm like,
Wait, the Kamehameha wave is temporary in Fortnite?
yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, at least
an
for
item.
the season they're doing for Goku.
So like
and then-
you see your favorite characters doing the Kamehameha wave all the time. And it's they know how to make memes and have other people make content for them. It's like it's literally free content.
They should.
Yeah.
They should just keep it. I haven't played it yet, but they should just keep it.
I almost want to get on Fortnite to buy it, but I'm not that crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't a simp like that.
Yeah.
Wait, you have to buy the
skins.
Oh no,
They're
but not
skins.
the
You can
the
use the
Kamehameha.
Kamehameha.
No,
You just gotta-
okay,
yeah, I got
okay.
lucky.
You
I was
buy
about
the-
to say.
the skins, pickaxe, emotes, because you see Vegeta just doing the gritty and all
Yeah.
these dumb dances. It's the funniest thing. Like they did that with
The
Kratos.
memes are great. I honestly, I do like what they did. Like it's very funny. and the memes
Yes.
from it are so fucking.
I'd rather
great.
watch the memes than buy it.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everyone was obsessed with Cammy and Chun-Li.
Yeah.
We all know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at you guys.
Oh yeah. Especially Chun-Li.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like this era of gaming is just there was a lot of battle royales that came out, few good ones, a lot of
Yeah.
bad ones that
Yeah.
just failed or they just completely stopped. And what was that one from Ubisoft, Hyperscape or whatnot? Yeah, that
Hyperscape. Yeah.
Man, I played
it.
the first season for a few times.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, that flopped.
I was digging it, and then I just completely forgot about it. Like I didn't care after that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I got it for free because I have.
I forgot about that
affiliate
battle
on
royale.
Twitch, so-
Wow.
I was like, yeah, I get it for free because I'm affiliate on Twitch. So I was like, might as well play it early.
I got it on Xbox because it was just free to play.
Oh, it was free to play?
On
Season
Xbox?
1? I remember like, oh yeah, if you're a Twitch affiliate, you can get it like early before like season 1 comes out, you know, and play it around. And I played it and I was trying streaming it. That was like a lot of fun. I did one thing I liked about the aspect is like supposedly Twitch chat could like mess around with like the round, like, you know, whatever Twitch chat was going on, like you put like certain votes going on or you don't even have to put it like, because if you had like the handle for Hyperscape, it would immediately come up and like Twitch chat would like vote for something to happen. I thought that was very immersive. That was super cool. I was like, yo, this is so sick. And after that, after just playing like a few rounds, I just completely forgot about it, mostly because of my responsibilities. But I just completely forgot about it. And after that, I never heard of anything after that.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but it's just that, you know, some battle royales are just not meant to be. They're just not meant to be there for long because, hey, it's just not grabbing the people's attention because there's another battle royale that's grabbing their attention. And I feel like you want to have a good amount, but you don't want to oversaturate it. And I think a lot of people are trying to oversaturate the market because everyone's trying to cash in on this new genre. And eventually, some gamers, they get tired of playing battle royales. They just rather would pick up and play a regular team deathmatch
Yeah.
You know
kind
what
of
we
game.
haven't mentioned? Apex Legends.
Apex.
They had
yeah.
a brief, well, they didn't have an anime collab, but they had skins and costumes representing certain anime characters.
Yeah, I believe Watson was Naruto, Mirage was Deku,
Then you have, wow, I forgot the name of this guy. Wow, it's bothering me.
Octane is
Luffy from One
Luffy,
Piece.
Yeah, and Revenant is one of the Evangelion units. I haven't seen
Oh,
Evangelion.
okay, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I didn't pay attention to it. I just
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to it because I didn't know if it was an anime collab or not. I just saw these weird, different looking skins. I was just like, oh, okay.
Like, even subtle references like when, wow, I keep forgetting Apex characters. I'm so slacking. Oh, I'm sorry, Revenant. His ultimate, he's able to use the Reaper summoning jutsu one every like few hundred times.
Yeah.
Or reincarnation jutsu.
There's even some Dragon Ball references in Destiny. They've been adding like every other
Yeah, I
season.
remember.
They're adding new emotes from the Ginyu
Fusion
Force.
Dance, they have like an emote where like
Yeah,
your hair will spike up.
Yeah, and you can now. I think they have
if you're
4.
bald?
I think they have 3 or 4 out of the 5 poses from the Ginyu Force.
Yeah, I remember too. They had the Ginyu Force poses, and I was
So
like, okay.
I have 3 of them, so I think they still need like 2 more.
I personally dig the little homages they're doing, and
Yeah.
that looks pretty cool because it doesn't have to specifically be it, but you can tell it is.
Subtle, subtle references is what I call it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
subtle references. Those are really cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
that I appreciate it as well.
It's just like, if you straight up say this is from an anime, go buy it.
Yeah.
But if you give it a different name and you see the motions or the emotes or the mocaps that's happening, I can respect that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Destiny X Naruto.
See that I would definitely. I mean, I don't know, because I was already like, and I wasn't livid, but like I saw like the Destiny like armor pieces for like some of the Fortnite costumes, and like like the Warlock piece and like the entire Hunter set looks sick. At the same time, it's just like in the back of my mind, I know it's Fortnite. I kind of don't want to just get it, you know what I mean? Because it's just Fortnite or whatever. You know?
I was pressed as fuck when they made the drift skin for warlocks instead of hunters.
Yeah.
Cause it makes sense for a hunter to wear the fucking drift skin, and it already has a fucking hood. Why would you give it to warlocks?
Yeah, and I was
Whatever.
like, okay.
Ah, I forgot about JoJo emotes in Destiny.
Oh
I saw-
yeah.
the one
there's-
JoJo emote they
Yeah,
have.
there's like I think
I have
there's like
that one.
one
I
or
immediately
2.
bought it the second night.
And For Honor, they had it briefly. I forgot who had it. I think the Samurai did.
I think a couple
it was
like
Kensei.
Peacekeeper. I think Peacekeeper has one. Kensei has one
Yeah.
too. And For Honor, yeah.
I do have one thing I want to point out with the whole with Fortnite and the Destiny collab. I have one thing to point out. I see that they they have characters like Ikora. They also have
Zavala and Stranger
or whatnot. I just want to know this one question. Why the fuck did they not put Cade 6 in Fortnite?
Fucking
That's
right.
That would have made much fucking money.
Like if they actually put in Cade 6,
bro, they want to keep Cade dead. They want him dead.
I get it. You know, the whole story. Like, okay, obviously, you know, rest in peace in Cade and whatnot. Loved him. He was obviously, at least as a hunter main, definitely like
he was
my
the
mentor.
best character.
Best fucking character. The best thing that was like bringing it, because like it was comedic relief, but it was still in a serious tone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was still kept in a serious tone, and not only that, like especially since we noticed that like our guardian was just silent for the beginning of Destiny 2, especially since like, or not even just the beginning, like after what was it, House of Wolves, he decided to or he or she decided to stay quiet.
Yeah.
You know, and it just took like that one line and just like, it's like, you don't have to. Ulgent Sov is mine. Like, you know, that
was fucking cool.
That gave me chills the day it came out. I was like,
The fact that your guardian's talking is already, it's serious.
No, yeah, like he started talking and I was like, yo, like I was like dumbfounded. I was like, you know what I mean? It was so cool, and that's what it took. You know, having a compelling character such as Cade to die, and apart from that, like
Optimus Prime, like with that voice.
I'm just like, y'all could have brought back Cade 6 for Fortnite, and that would have made so much money
and more sense.
Yeah,
exactly.
The Vanguard's fire team, you know? That's their fire team.
Yeah.
If you put Crow, I would have been like, okay, I kind of see it.
Nah, if they would have put Crow, I would have fucking been
I would
so
have been
mad.
extremely pissed either way, but I can see it, you know, because, you know, Crow's the other like major hunter other than the two Bray sisters, you know?
Yeah.
Other than that, who else are you gonna put? Like Shin Malphur? Like, no.
Saint 16, or wow, I forgot his name.
Saint 14.
Saint 14.
You could put Saint 14, but then it's like, yeah, you have Zavala, you have Ikora, and then you just have the Stranger. So it would make sense to just either put.
Yeah, take the Stranger out, put Cade 6.
Put Cade. Just put Cade. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm guessing, and this is just something that I'm thinking. I'm guessing that this has something to do. I'm guessing the people at Fortnite wanted to bring back Cade 6, and Destiny was like, no.
Yeah.
They want more cut of the money. I guess we'll figure that out, you know, later down the line when we get asked one of the Destiny devs. How come we couldn't get Cade 6 in Fortnite? I would love to know why.
Come through our podcast.
And who knows? Maybe this is just wishful thinking, but maybe later on down the line we could get a Cade skin.
I'm hoping. So. Like, yeah, they do like another set of characters, like what? But I'm
Shax,
not Saint 14.
Hold my breath. Oh my God! If Shax was,
they put
that would have made money too.
That would have made a lot of money.
God.
Having Shax.
That would have made so much money because you never see Shax in action. You only in the lore. Yeah. You never play him, so it would be fucking cool as hell to play as Shax in Fortnite. That'd be so fucking dope.
So with all these collaborations going on, it feels like more of a cash grab nowadays, but for people that can do it right like Fortnite, I give respect to actually.
Yeah.
But for many games, they need to do better with collaborations. Yeah. They don't have to straight up say it's from an anime, but at least try to see if you can get the art, the homage, references.
Yeah.
Something so delicate, it doesn't have to be like in your face as an advertisement.
Yeah, like Call of Duty Vanguard with Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I saw about that too, and I was like, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
That was... It's like, we see what y'all trying to do, and it's just like...
That was painful to look at.
Please don't do it. Like, I think people at that point was just like, you know what? Fortnite ain't so bad after all. Fortnite's actually doing it right. Yeah. Y'all are fucking it up.
Change our minds so much.
Yeah. Something about Call of Duty having any sort of reference to anime... It's just so weird to me. I think it's so try hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, just because like, especially when you come like from a background of Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 2, everybody was like on 360, absolutely like demolishing each other, on voice chat. You know, it's just seeing it take that turn, because like I'm never gonna forget, you know, being called like the most undescribable slur that I can't even remember on 360.
Oh my God.
For it to now being like, oh yeah, you can play as Levi in Warzone or Snoop Dogg, and I'm like,
Bro, that ain't Levi. That's Leave.
That's Leave, and that's not Snoop Dogg. That's
Wait, I think I've said this before.
Snoopy. I don't know.
But yeah, reading from Red Spectre, he did mention Wesker from Dead by Daylight is now in there. They've been doing a lot of collaborations with Resident Evil or certain licensed films and such. That's also another collaboration in current gaming that they've been doing. They've been adding more movies or horror icons and such.
Yeah, like horror icons that fit in whatever game, universe that they're going to be a part of does work. Like Mortal Kombat works. Like having
What is Ghostface in Call of Duty for?
Yeah.
they had the Halloween event. They also had.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, I get that, yeah, because Halloween, you have such little like Halloween things, like obviously.
So
At least with
Scream
that,
Call.
Call of Duty can get that right, and I don't knock them for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's fine.
They do like specific emotes and stuff like that, or at least executions related to the icon.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, but collaborations, like, yeah, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. You can't do much about it. I can give the respect to the studios for trying at least trying it to see to make a lot of money, because I think at this perspective of like the coders and the people that make the games, they put a lot of work just to do it. Yeah, sometimes we shit on it, but like I can still respect them for that, trying at least going for that direction, and as long as they just learn from it, that's fine. I gotta give them that.
Right.
I always mainly like to pin the blame on the managers, not necessarily the devs themselves, because the managers are the ones calling the shots. They're telling them what to do, and I get it. Like some managers, they make really shitty decisions. Some of them don't. But I feel like the ones that don't, which is a lot of them, it's like they barely play the game. They say they play the game, but I feel like they barely play the game.
Just supervise it for a second. They're like, all right, do this right. You go ahead.
Like when I watched a little bit of the showcase of Destiny 2, it was mainly like the leads of whatever the fuck they have in the like wherever they work. Like they say, I play the game. Most of them were Titan mains. It's like, oh wow, no fucking wonder you keep nerfing everything else but Titans. But yeah, like when they said, we play the game so we know what the players want. It's like, shut the fuck up.
No, you don't.
You fucking don't.
Just because you block your players
if you played the fucking game, you would fucking know how frustrating it is.
Bungie were trying to save his account.
Like, no, man. Like, fucking, I'm gonna keep doing my thing in the game, but I know that they're gonna keep doing theirs, and they're gonna keep fucking shit up, unless Lightfall completely changes my mind, which I doubt it. But I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping that it does.
We can only hope.
We can only hope.
All right. So with our next topic, what does gaming mean to you?
So like I said earlier, it's just like it relieves us, at least to me, it relieves the stress off my mind of like whatever responsibilities I have to go through and whatnot. Because yeah, at least I'm still doing it. I try not to like worry about gaming too much, because there's a lot of times where like in my life where I'm like for instance, at least like playing at the time I was like playing Mario Galaxy as a kid in middle school. I would just not care about whatever my teacher was talking about. I was like, I wonder how I can I wonder like what the next star would be, or I wonder what the next level is gonna be like when I get to it. Or at least like in middle school, a lot of the time I was thinking about Destiny. Like almost a lot of time I was like, I wonder what's it called? I wonder what other guns I can get, what other like roles I can possibly get, what new tactics I can use on PvP. I'll like put this I'll do like some image training in my mind of like PvP like strats I can do, and I'm like, I can pull this off. I can pull this off next time I play. But it just at least it helped me like just get through the day, keep my mind off like things. And I'm not recommending like, just play video games all the time and don't like worry about your responsibilities. You still have to worry about your responsibilities. Yeah. But like when it's like when you're finished with the day with whatever you have to do, and you have, if you don't have nothing else to do, you have nothing else to worry about, just relax, kick back, pick up the controller, and just game. Literally just game. For instance, I played through the entirety of Devil May Cry 1 through 5. And mind you, I recently got into Devil May Cry. I wasn't like following Devil May Cry as a kid. Like I knew about it because of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I knew about it. Yeah, I knew about it because of that. I remember playing Ultimate UMVC 3 with one of my cousins, and I saw about this Dante character in Virgil, and I was like, they look kind of fun. I make sure to keep an eye on them. I didn't really get into it until like 2 or 3 years ago, getting into Devil May Cry. And I was like, I saw it was on sale. It was like 1 through 3 you can get on sale, plus we'll give you 4. And I was like, all right. It was like $60 for all. I was like, 4 games for $60. That's
a good steal right there.
That's a steal. So I was like, you know what? As much as I heard about 3 and 4 being the best ones, I want to play through it one by one. Go through the story how it's supposed to be. Play through 1. I played through all of them. I was just like, I was having a great time. I was like, okay, I came back from school, finally I could get back to playing it. We played through all the games. I played all 4 of the games surprisingly in a week. Like I was able to go through all of it in a week, and I was like, wow, it was at least at that time one of the greatest times of my life. I was like, yeah, this is like, gaming as should be. Like more like, I'm not saying like stories like great. It's mostly just like the story's mostly just like, oh yeah, he does it because he can and he's cool. You know what I mean? That's much as I like, and I just like that, just the simplicity of it. But like, I kind of miss like not every hack and slash has to be like that, but like you can tell the game was like more like than 60 hours of story. You know what I mean? And that's like something like I can just keep in mind of like, okay, I have this like amount of game I can just play. I don't have to speed run. I can take my time. So it makes it fun. So it makes it as long as I can play as long as I can and just not feel bored of it whatsoever.
So when it comes to Devil May Cry, right? I'm trying to think of this. You can see that the story is there, and then of course there's also a lore behind it as well, because now you're interested in this universe and you're also wanting to see more from each of the characters, not just Dante, the main protagonist, but you also want to see more of the side characters like Lady, like Trish, like Nero, like Virgil. I think especially with Virgil, I think more people want to see more of Virgil from how he was when he was younger, and what led up to his corruption during the time that he got captured by Mundus, and then of course
Devil May Cry 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was curious about, because I was like, I don't think
this man.
I was like, they never really touched upon how he just pulled up to Nero, got his sword back, and then dipped. And I was like, how did he survive? From what they told us, at least, Devil May Cry 1, you killed him, like flat and foul. You killed him as when he was Nilo Angelo.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just super confused, because then it's not even just that. By the timeline of events, after Devil May Cry 1, there was the anime. I saw the anime. That was all right. Then 2 came out. Then 4, and then he goes up to 5. So I was like, so where was he from that time period? Because it was a lot of years.
Yeah.
For him to just start decaying out of a note, so all of a sudden he goes like, okay, now I need to go find the Yamato, try to save my life. I mean, like, I hope to. Obviously, they're probably gonna keep doing the game, because actually not obviously, because I was a little skeptical at first, because after I heard there was after I learned about like what the reboot is and whatnot. If I was in the time frame where I learned about the reboot coming out and then I didn't know about 5, I would have been scared that we're not gonna get any more.
Same. I was the same way too, because I was just like, you can't. I don't want Devil May Cry to be rebooted and whatnot, because you have such a really good story. You have a really good, well-written antagonist that is a rival to the protagonist. And it's like there's a lot of story that needs to be told, and I think a lot of Devil May Cry fans, we all want to know what led up to Mundus betraying the demons.
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot.
Especially Sparta, out of all people.
Like, I think a lot of Devil May Cry fans want to know and have an origin. They want a game that's an origin story that talks about just Sparta.
Yeah.
I've been itching to know about that.
I was thinking about this. I was like, how you have somebody so badass? I was able to basically. Well, he wasn't alone. There was a couple other demons that helped him out and other humans. Mm-hmm. But like, how's he would be like a one? Because basically in all Devil May Cry, you're just a one-man army as well.
Yes.
The traditional hack and slash, you're a one-man army. You're gonna go everything on your own because you're just that powerful, and you can. You're gonna look good while doing it. So I think to myself, like, how does like the original come up to the person that birthed the character that we follow? How does he live up to that? How can he surpass like even that they showed of his kid?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I definitely want to see that, because he fights all of the demon world. He protects Earth. He seals the demon world with the rebellion and the Yamato. And for some reason, I heard they retconned it. Supposedly he died, in the first game they say he died mysteriously, and then they retconned it again on Devil May Cry 5 saying that he disappeared.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the true thing is like, oh, he disappeared and just we don't know where he is, or he actually died. I would like to believe. My headcanon is like he probably died by something. It could be because like supposedly his demon power got sealed away with him sealing away the demon world.
Yeah.
That would have been fine with me. I'd been like, all right, you kind of just turned basically mortal, but you're still a demon. He still had the aspects of like he doesn't have like he can be like kind of like Dante where he doesn't have to have devil trigger, but he's still super like overpowered as like more or less kind of like a human kind of like aspect.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to. If they do Devil May Cry 6, I would definitely love that to be a prequel of like Sparta. Maybe he has his like own gauntlets, his own different like weapon.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I would like to see that as well, because there's so much there's so much to be told in this universe that's being created, and of course still being continued with Devil May Cry, and it's just like we want more, and it's like we're not going to be satisfied, but we just want more. Granted, we don't want the developers to rush the game, because we would not want a rushed out product. We
100%.
We just want it to take time, even if you have to give us like 30 missions to expand on the story. We will take that.
I'll take 30 missions.
We will take that, because it's been 20 missions from 1 to 5.
Yeah,
if I'm correct.
Or, yeah, I think 2 may have like a couple extra 2, but that's it.
Yeah. So if you want to tell us the story of Sparta, you could just do it within the first 15 missions. Tell us the story of Sparta, or we could actually play as Sparta, get his perspective, and then fast forward to present time, where the story is still continuing with Nero this time, and then you have Dante and Virgil as like possibly they're like side characters, but they're still a part of the main story, because now we're going in the direction of Nero's still going to be the main character, because that's the new character they're going to want to push. And then I have a feeling that the next Devil May Cry, we may have something along the lines of possibly Nero's going to end up having to fight his uncle and his dad at the same time, and I think that's going to be very
cool.
brutal.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Because now that new double trigger he has, he's like very much powerful.
He's like on par with his dad and of course Dante. So I have a feeling that we could get that in the future Devil May Cry game. I wish we could get that, because that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also do want a Sparta origin story, and I feel like that could be done to where you can.
So sick.
It'd be so.
You can.
So cool.
Nero's like reflecting back on the past, learning about Sparta, and there's like some cutscenes, some flashbacks, and we're getting to play as Sparta, and then it translates to present time, affecting Nero, and then of course not his two brothers, but his dad and his uncle, Dante and Virgil.
It's like the only people that can probably tell the story is going to be either Dante, Virgil, or Trish herself.
Yeah. And when you think about it, especially because Nero comes in the background, just not only because he's related to Sparta in the sense of Sparta's his grandfather, where he was born, the city he was born, Fortuna, their whole religion was based off Sparta.
Yeah.
And that's like he has to like eventually. Obviously, like he showed in Devil May Cry 4, he's like, oh yeah, I'm not really care about this Sparta stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's still at some point he has to probably realize like, okay, now that I know that I'm connected to Sparta, I'm more interested in my family, because he obviously showed on mission 20 that he wanted to save both Virgil and Dante. He wanted to make sure they were both not going to die.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be more interested now, knowing that he's like connected to Sparta in that sense, because obviously he was like told like, oh yeah, I'm related to Sparta, but he probably just didn't care. He's like, oh yeah, probably just whatever, some other just character that was related to Sparta. But now he's like very, very much into the family tree. He can be like, yeah, I want to dig into. Maybe I want to like go back to Fortuna, redig it, dig some like archives of whatever, just to get back into it, just so I can know what's going on. In the case that like Dante and Virgil are just taking forever in the demon world,
Yeah.
And he's taking matters in his own hands. He's like, yeah, I'll go check it out myself. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely.
If you had to choose 3 weapons from any Devil May Cry, which ones would you choose?
Okay, I love Beowulf. Beowulf is like I love
those combos are sick.
I love the aspect of like not having to use a weapon, just taking up whole ass fists. You're just gonna go in bare knuckle and everything. I love that. I love especially Beowulf specifically is my favorite one. And not just Devil May Cry 3, 4 and 5. I just like Beowulf. Like Gilgamesh is cool too, but just like I don't know, just the way Beowulf looks is just so cool. 100%. One of my favorite weapons. Second favorite weapon would probably have to be maybe the Rebellion. I do like the Rebellion a lot. I think it's a really cool weapon. Just the normal Highlander sword, especially with the skeleton design it has on it. It's just super cool. Especially how it awakens after stabbing Dante. That's also another cool aspect about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And possibly the third weapon would have to be. I like the Agni Rudra a lot.
I was ready to say that too because it's one of my favorite weapons.
I really like the Agni Rudra, the dual wielding aspect, and then having to use fire and wind to amplify your fires. That's a really cool aspect about it too.
Kind of sad in the lore that Dante sold it because he was annoyed.
I had no idea that's the lore they sold it, but like that would make a lot of sense because he told him not to talk.
Yeah.
You know
He just did not shut up one bit.
But that is disappointing. But I love Agni and Ruja, the little dynamic. I would have loved them actually talking. Like if you were like making a combo, let's say like you get like an SSR rank rating.
Yeah.
Because there's times where like if you did some like sword master abilities, they would talk a little bit, but you could barely hear with like the loud like
the loud music.
Not even just the loud music, the loud typhoon that they make with the sword master ability.
Oh yeah.
I love to, like I would just love to hear them just like saying something like during like your like let's say like B ranking like oh yeah they're like kind of like how in Devil May Cry 5 you have certain like voice you have certain characters voicing like saying like oh yeah you're doing good or you're doing like better. I would definitely like that like sometimes like certain times if you're using Agni and Ruja for like B rank to like triple S rank that would probably be like super fun. It probably would get annoying eventually if you're playing it a lot, but it would still been fun in my opinion.
I feel like when it comes to Devil May Cry, especially with 3, 4, and 5, for some reason they make Virgil completely overpowered.
Yes,
always. Dude. They always do, especially Yamato.
It's not even just it's not even that. He kind of transcends that too. If we've noticed, like I said, in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, he's like meta, isn't he? Him and Dante are meta.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he transcends, like no matter what special edition he's in, he's always going to be OP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I that's what I love about Virgil because he's gonna be so cool no matter where he's at, whatever collaboration, whatever like thing he's in, he's gonna be OP no matter what. In his main universe and another universe, it's just so cool. It's just the fact that he's like so OP no matter where he goes. That like yeah, no matter what like and that to me is like what a boss character should feel like when you're playing as a boss character.
Yeah.
When you unlock a boss character, oh yeah, they should feel overpowered because you're going like hours and hours away trying to fight them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially the first fight they had in Devil May Cry 3. That scene was probably the best one during all that rain slow motion, cutting in half.
Dude, I'm what's it called?
God.
I'm making sure I'm trying to. It's not a monologue; it's a dialogue. But I'm studying acting and theater for college. So and my professor said like, oh yeah, the last because my class this year he's saying you have to do like 4 monologues. The last monologue you're doing towards the end of the semester, it's a monologue you have to do for like any social media that's not a play. So I told him like, okay, can I take it from a game? He goes, yes. Can I dress up for it? He goes like, we'll talk about that. If he says yes, I'm definitely going to do see if I can like make a monologue out of that scene of him,
my God.
meeting Virgil saying like
we have
to
see
throw
that.
a party, no foods and drinks, and the only babe just left. You know what I mean? Like I'm so ready to do that. I'm so ready for like in front of
Is that early beginning of Devil May Cry 3?
yeah, like that's mission 7. That is mission 7.
Yeah.
And he goes like he's like well you like Virgil's like oh you finally came up. I was like so you sure know how to throw a party, no food and drinks, and the only babe just left. And he goes like. So sorry, brother. I was so eager to see you. I couldn't prepare for the bash. He goes like, whatever. In any case, it's been a whole year since we last met. How about a kiss from your little brother? What about yet? How about a kiss from this? And he takes a gun. I was like, yo, that was so cool. It's peak. It's peak.
Yes.
That is like Dante's character itself is one of the best ones.
No, yeah.
Such a well-written character.
He's
like
so cool.
The amount of disrespect a man could have, especially in part 4.
Yeah, and 4. Oh my God, I love
This man disrespected Nero.
the entire time disrespecting Nero. I like the little like thing he played around with I think is Argus his name is or the little bug guy.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he played along with a little like Shakespearean like.
Yeah, I was cracking up, but it's just like
I loved it. You know what I mean? I loved it. That definitely would be like if that scene with Virgil isn't long enough, I probably would do that scene for my monologue project. I just have to like make sure to write it in a sense where it's not a dialogue, and my professor's like, "Oh, this is a dialogue. It's not a monologue," and I'm like, you know what I mean?
I can explain.
All right, our next topic is you had to be there moments. So what 3 moments in gaming that you could describe that, hey, you had to be there to witness this or to experience this?
Definitely, I forgot. I don't know if it was Evo. It was one of the tournaments for, I think his name was Cloud something for, it was iCloud or something for Ultimate Warrior vs. Capcom 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just his, like, I can't remember a specific moment, but just most of the time I would say, like, I don't remember which year, but he had, like, a moment where, like, he was just going insane with Dante in Ultimate vs. Capcom 3. Like, he would, like, it's, like, I can notice, like, some things weren't going his way, and I'm not very much of, like, a fighting, like, game, like, I don't, like, know all the terms, like, you know, this, like, I know, like, whiffing, you know, up, high, and low, and whatnot. I know some of the basic stuff, but, like, just sometimes, like, you know, you can obviously see, like, a lot of fighting game, like, professionals, a lot of things don't go their way, no matter how much they practice it.
Yeah.
And I noticed in that, and he, like, you know, he just kept a cool level head every time, you know, he played, and I was like, damn. I imagine, and I just imagine, like, going to those stadiums, like in Evo and whatnot, like watching, like witnessing that, like that's definitely had to be, like, you had to be there type of moments, at least in gaming wise. Another one would definitely have to be waiting in line for Modern Warfare 2 in GameStop. That's definitely you had to be there kind of moment.
Those are the classic times.
Having to wait in line for a GameStop to open up to get your game, finally, you know. That's definitely one of you had to be there type of moments. And also, I guess another, like, it's not really like it had to be there, but, like, you had to be there. I'd say, like, you had to be there with friends. When Smash Bros. Ultimate got announced, that was definitely you had to be there with your friends and watching it, like witnessing it happen, like the trailer and everything. What's it called? I remember seeing Erika's reaction. Rest in peace to him. I love Erika.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing his reaction. I was just like him, dude. I was like, yo, like, just seeing that happen. I was like, wow. That's definitely, like, I remember at least coming out of, I don't remember when Ultimate came out, maybe like freshman year for me, but seeing that, like, just coming out of class, seeing all my friends with it, we're watching, like, Erika's reaction of it, we're like, yo, this is gonna be it. This is the Smash Bros. We're probably gonna have, and we were right, we're gonna have everybody come back. We're gonna have, like, all these new other characters. I was definitely 100% fighting for Dante to be in Smash Ultimate.
I feel like we all were, because I was one of those people as well.
I was definitely fighting for it, no matter what. I put in the Smash, but I was like, yo, I want Dante. Please put him in. For the love of God, I want him. You know what I mean? But that was definitely, that was at least my top 3, like, gaming moments of you had to be there, 100%.
Nice.
Witnessing it for the first time, you know.
Nice. All right. So next topic: what are your gaming pet peeves?
I'm gonna be honest. I really don't like emote aspects of, like, new games now. Just you know, like, yeah, you get shitted on, and I'm like, all right, GG, whatever. And they just emo or to teabag, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be respectful here. I'm trying to have a good time in the game, and you guys just want to do it. Like, yeah, I know what's it called, Halo colonized
The
teabag.
teabag. Yes.
Hell yeah.
We can never forget that.
We'll never forget it, 100%. And, you know, I just really hate, you know, I'm like, I don't have to be doing good. I'm just playing the game normally. I'm just going to get teabagged out of a sudden. It would be somebody that I'm not really interacting with the game at all. Like, even if we're in the same game, we're in the same round, I have not interacted with you once. I didn't kill you, you didn't kill me. You're just going to come out of nowhere and just teabag me. I'm like, okay, what did I do? Like, I try to run back everything. I'm like, okay, I did this movement, I killed this guy. I did not affiliate with you at all until you just see me die, and you just wanted to just go for the teabag. I was like, what's going on?
It's just leaving the message at this point.
Yeah, you know, it's leaving the message. You know, I'm like, and it's a good tactic because it tilts you. It really does tilt you. I've learned to, like, you know, not let it affect me as much anymore. But it's just like, it does tilt you, and you're like, why? What did I do? Even if you're not affected at all, you're still thinking to yourself, like, what did I do? Like, what could I possibly, like, hurt this guy? You know what I mean? That's definitely one of my pet peeves, though. Just like, oh yeah, emoting. Sometimes you can get disrespectful emotes, especially like in Destiny. I had like a lot of disrespectful emotes I was using. It's not even just that. In Destiny, before they patched it, you can use emotes as like a third-person view across corners. You know, so you can like have an advantage.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, they only nerfed that for Trials of Osiris, though.
Yeah, they did that for Trials of Osiris. Like, if you're the emo in Trials of Osiris, you're gonna be in first person no matter what. You know, so you can't just go in third person and be like, okay.
And you can't use swords unless you have ammo.
Unless you have ammo, you can't use swords. Yeah, and yeah, that's cool. And I'm glad they did that. It's just still, I'm still gonna be dead with my ghost up, and they're gonna like hit the gritty again. You know, and I'm just gonna be like, fuck, why, why?
Layers of disrespect. Exactly.
Yeah. And it sticks with you like for a while. Like I'll be thinking about it a week ahead. Like I'll be on a job. I'm like, damn, I really fucking hate that guy for like hitting the gritty on me.
It just stays in your head rent free for a while. Then you get over it. Then you keep going.
Yeah, you keep going back again.
There's layers of disrespect. It's the funniest thing.
100%.
Highest one is probably messaging somebody or calling them out on social media.
No, yeah. When you get to that point where like getting a random message from that same guy you're shitting on, that like once you're doing good at the game, especially because like they want to personally have the time to go and like check after the game, check back for your account, message you saying like, yo, you're trash, you're garbage, I don't even know how you're doing good, and I'm like, yo, man, clearly there's something that you're doing wrong and I'm doing right. Okay,
yeah,
just learn from me is what I'd say. That's the ultimate display. Just like, yo, just learn from me. Just watch the game I'm doing, watch how I'm playing, and just learn from that. 100%.
Exactly. All right. So that being said, before we close it on now, I'm gonna give at least 5 minutes for the chat to ask us any questions before we close it on out. And of course, if there's any questions that you would like to ask of all three of us, then you're more welcome to do so. So, chat, this is your time to ask questions. You have until 11:20 to ask any questions that you guys want on the podcast, whether it be myself, our guest, Waluigi, or AJ. The floor is yours. Hazard X Nova says thoughts of DMC. You mean the reboot? It was all right. I just didn't want it to be continued because I was very well invested in the main storyline of actual Devil May Cry, and I wanted that to be completed. Like, reboot it once the whole story is told.
Yeah, concluded, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the normal...
Because there's still a lot that has not been told yet that we still want to know. Like, I would still love to know, as I said, earlier, about Sparta. I want to know I want to know his story from how he started, and then what got him up to the point where he sealed the demon world. He fell in love with a human woman and got 2 boys out of it.
My thoughts on this on the reboot so when I first saw it, I was like, okay, I'm kind of interested in it, because the thing about Devil May Cry, at least until 5, they were able to show like how can we make this character cool without having to like show things like drinking, like drug use or swearing. You didn't have to do it at all.
Yeah.
Like maybe even say just damn or something like that. But that to me, that's nothing.
Yeah.
I like that they were able to show that without having to do like none of the obligatory like high rating stuff.
Yeah.
DMC does gives that a curveball. The reboot does a curveball out of that, and I'm like okay, that's a kind of cool direction. Just trying something different.
Oh yeah.
What kind of got me, I don't remember what mission it was, but what kind of got me is when he's looking at the mirror and a wig flies to his head, and it's the traditional Dante long white hair, and he says like not in a million years, and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
that's what you didn't want to. That's what you don't want to do. You know what I mean? That's what you don't want to do. And I kind of like how in Devil May 5, when Dante's fighting Virgil, he goes like, "Think you could beat me? Not in a million years." And I'm like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. I don't know, but I was like. Like it's still big. Like I like that it paid the homage to it. I'm like, that's cute, but it's just like I don't want to remember about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Hazard X Nova says the whole video game trilogy. I think you said it earlier. Like 3's the best, then 5, then 4, then 1, and then 2.
2 stays in the bottom all the time.
Yes,
it's not
yeah. Devil May Cry 2 stays
God
at the
bless,
bottom.
It's not canon.
Yeah, I mean, if you just replace 2, if they were to animate 2, I probably would have been fine with that.
Yeah, I would watch it.
I would definitely watch 2 as the animation with Lucina and whatnot. I definitely would have seen it, 100%.
Yeah,
keeping it like that's just the rating, because it's not even just like story wise, it's also mechanic wise, like gameplay mechanic wise too. To me, 3 has like the overall best mechanics, and I'm actually glad. I didn't mention point this out. I'm glad the Switch version came out with like the ROM hack, like not ROM hack, but like it came out with its own ROM, where you can freestyle, use every style, every gun, every weapon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'd highly recommend playing the Switch version, because now not only just that, they also introduced that you can play two-player on Bloody Platypus. You can play Virgil and Dante.
Yeah, I saw that on the Switch, and I was just like, I need this on the PS4, please.
Yeah, I would prefer to play with my Xbox controller, but we got what we got, and that's fine with me. I could take it on the go at least, so that's fine.
Hazard X Nova also asks, honest thoughts about the state of Destiny 2. And I'm going to let y'all handle that.
Let the gentleman talk.
Who wants to take that one?
Want to go first, AJ?
Okay. I'm don't really care too much about it.
I can say the same thing.
Mainly,
So you give it like a watered down version. I cannot care.
That's not even cap. That's a helmet right there.
mainly because I'm pretty satisfied that King's Fall is back, and I haven't had that much fun in a raid since Vow of the Disciple came out, which was recently, because Vow was fun, but I'm very happy with King's Fall coming back. It literally it was a trip down memory lane throughout the whole raid. That's all it was, and it had the same feeling of when I played it back in the day, and we even had those same moments where that are very very memorable. Like when we finally beat Oryx, we all died. Like we wiped at the very end, but we still killed Oryx, so the game kind of glitched and we couldn't res anymore. We tried resing. It was one of those crazy moments, like another like you had to be there moments.
Mm-hmm.
So I was experiencing a lot of you had to be there moments during the King's Fall raid. In terms of the season of Plunder, it's another fucking pirate themed season. Like it's I'm tired of pirate shit, so I don't really care about it. The state of the game, like in terms of, let's say, I don't know, Crucible. I haven't touched Crucible in like since for I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 seasons now. Because Crucible is just trash. Same with Gambit. So I mainly just do dungeons and raids. State of the game, it could be a hell of a lot better. That's why I say I really don't care anymore until like Lightfall comes out. Maybe the season after this one, which is the last one before Lightfall. Maybe that season will be fun. But right now, I can't really say much. The state of the game is pretty bland, but at the same time, I'm happy that King's Fall is back, and we have that to do. So, what about you, Kameth?
So 100%. Yeah, I can go off the top. Like I don't really care about the new season. This is like what the 3rd time the Drifter is like introduced to the season. And it's like about like space pirate bullshit again. Like I believe this is the 3rd time. I could be wrong, but again, it's just nothing to me. To me, it's not. It doesn't capture the feeling that I had when I first got introduced back in Taken King. Because yeah, I had Taken King and I had 3 DLCs to play through, and then wait till Rise of Iron. Like that's. But like the thing is, even so, all 3 of those DLC stories just all meshed together perfectly. You know, and I had a bunch to play with. And not even just that. There was also like I remember just side missions to do and Destiny 1. For each and every planet, you know, there was just like you had the main story, you had the strikes, and then just for some reason there was like also a side story to just do. Like it wasn't like a side story of like strikes; it was a side story mission. You just did a mission, and that's sort of the cool part about it. So I kind of wish Destiny 2 kind of kept that same formula. Just like even it doesn't have, like it just be like a little side thing, but it's just like, oh yeah, it's divided into a strike, and there's 3 different strikes for each like planet. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all. But it's just like, it's kind of like a one and done type of thing. It's not like you really investigate. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta go kill this guy quickly, hurry up and go do it as fast as possible. PvP aspect, I haven't played PvP like the last time I played Trials, which I don't remember what season that is, but that was the last time I really had fun like in PvP. I remember trying to like record a bunch of montages for my YouTube channel. I wanted to edit it, and then halfway with me getting through edit it, there's a bunch of different PvP metas, and having to drop that video with the new seasons coming out, the new metas, like it just wouldn't make a lot of sense. And I was just like, I kind of just scrapped the idea. Like I said, I just kind of wish PvP was just back to just being simple, and just I can just put in whatever gun I want, whatever type of gun I want, without having to think about like having to think like the extra 10 steps of my opponent. I don't play Gambit at all. I hate Gambit, for the love of God. I hate Gambit. Gambit is just so annoying no matter what. Even if it's like fixed, whatever, I hate Gambit. Especially playing it solo. If I play it solo, I cannot rely on my teammates. If I play with friends, my friends play Gambit way too much, and they're going to be matching with people who are higher than me. and Gambit.
Well,
I'll be like,
now they have this it's like freelance Gambit that it pairs you up with solo players as well.
perfect.
So
I heard they did it for trials too.
They did.
Yeah.
Every other weekend, freelance trials comes through, and it is a lot easier to go to the lighthouse. I still haven't gone to the lighthouse, but I don't really care because the armor's trash.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have yet to this day ever been on the lighthouse. Like, okay, to me, like, yeah, technically the lighthouse, but like, you know, that's back when D2 first initially lost. They had the what's it called?
Trials of the Nine.
Trials of the Nine.
Yeah.
That I did make it to, but to me it doesn't count. You know what I mean?
It
Does not count. It doesn't the same thing as like, oh yeah, go to Trials of Osiris' tower, whatnot. It doesn't keep that same.
Yeah.
You know. At least something that was like hyped about in D1 because, you know, like I said, never got into it in D1 because having to go through trials in D1 was a nightmare, especially if I was like late into the game. There was no way I was gonna be able to prevail, even if no matter how good I was.
Yeah, D1 trials was.
That was like that was a game mode that turned you to a man for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that game was unforgiving.
All right, and last question from Tequila954: thoughts on Smite? I never played it.
Never played
it either.
I played it briefly. I do respect a lot of mythology packed into it. Like, you have Norse gods, you have a bunch of ancient Greece, Roman, Chinese.
Really?
Even Aztec as well. It's very intrusive. It's very diverse. It's basically another variation of League in a non-sweaty way. But the collaborations are very interesting. Like, you have some from Paladins, that 3D anime Ruby, Nickelodeon stuff such as TMNT.
Ruby, man.
Yeah, I know. They have Rocco's Modern Life. They have a couple like characters here and there that are skins. Even Stranger Things, which is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
It came out maybe 8 years ago, but it's still overall, it has a good community to it from what it looks like if you're having these kind of collaborations with Nickelodeon itself. I give it some respect, but I probably wouldn't get my hands on it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, seems like we're done with questions, so I guess we can put a bow on this and wrap this up.
Perfect.
So that being said, Kameth, thank you so much for being on this episode.
Thank you again.
Great to have you on, and we hope to have you on in future episodes.
Please,
hopefully,
just let me know. Just let me
with with a group of people. Who knows? Maybe when Destiny 2 Lightfall drops, we'll have you and a couple of Destiny 2 players.
Yeah.
In a group discussion or whatnot, and
I will be sitting on the other side.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, AJ will be sitting on the other side, giving his thoughts.
Destiny episode, man. I'm so down for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yeah, man, great to have you, and looking forward.
I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate you.
Looking forward to it.
Hope you guys. Are you guys gonna come to Taco Fest?
Yes, we'll be there.
Definitely. Okay, 100%. I'm
want
going to Taco Fest. So I definitely will see you guys there then.
All right. Well, Luigi.
Great to have you again.
Thank you.
Love your interest and diverse love for Devil May Cry. It's the first time we heard about this. It's very unique.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Especially doing a monologue, we definitely have to hear it.
I hopefully I'll tell one of my classmates to record me to do the monologue.
Good.
And I'll definitely act it out. I'll show you guys.
But yeah, it's great to have you, brother.
Thank you
Definitely looking
again.
forward to another episode with you in the future.
Thank you, Andy.
AJ, your closing remarks?
I'm not gonna say the same thing.
I knew you weren't.
No, not today. I'm actually in a good mood. This weekend's been really fun. I'm not gonna shit on Bungie for once. So, I'm not gonna say anything about Genshin either. So don't even worry about that. But no, I do look forward if we do have that Destiny 2 episode when Lightfall comes out. I definitely look forward to it because. You already know me. And I also got something crazy planned for next year. Hopefully a Titan cosplay.
I know you're looking at me, AJ.
I'm hoping, dude. I bought a Sunshine like SuperCon last year. I was like, you know what? I could probably recreate my Hunter, but I had to buy like so much like stuff.
I would like to get a group of that at a con because. You never see it. You never see Destiny cosplay.
I saw like one Destiny cosplay.
Yeah, and yeah, so I kind of want to like
a whole fire team. That would be sick.
Yeah, I want to have a whole fire team. That'd be cool.
Yeah, there's just way too many of the same cosplays. There's not a lot of. I mean, there is some cosplay diversity, but they're just too much of the same group.
Yeah.
So there's actually a convention that's specifically for Destiny.
Oh yeah,
Gaming Community Expo.
Yeah,
It's in
it
Orlando.
used to be called Guardian Con, but
Yeah.
they changed it to that.
The gaming,
I'm so down for that.
yeah,
It's in Orlando, I think.
They had it this
I'm so
year
down.
in June. I think this was before we planned CEO.
Ah.
I
Yeah.
will definitely go to it next
I
year.
definitely want to go to
I
that.
definitely would go.
But I need my Destiny cosplays ready for
And then
that.
you can also
yeah, I need
compete
money.
as well.
I need money to get the cosplay.
Yeah.
We'll do trials right there.
But yeah.
Oh my god, if they have like an airsoft thing, because I know they had the Nerf Gjallarhorn. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
There's like make like Nerf guns out of like all the Destiny like.
That'd be so fucking
And like you don't have to. It doesn't have to be like the exact perk, but like if like if you choose this exotic, you're gonna get like this thing added to you. And it's like a little like Nerf like it could be like a Nerf war, like an airsoft war. Like that'd be so sick.
That'd be awesome.
I'd be going crazy.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yes, it would.
All right, y'all. Well,
All right.
that concludes episode 62 of the South Florida Gamers podcast. You can catch the full episode of the podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, or any other audio hosting platforms that we're on. Just go ahead and Google South Florida Gamers podcast, and you'll most likely will find us on those platforms. And of course, video playback will be available on YouTube and Facebook later on this week. So, with that being said, we are signing out.
Peace.
Peace out.
All right.